Hi everybody, I'm Rob Raybon, and on today's video we're going to do a quick review / overview on a new light that I got from Amazon. It is the Sokani X60. So inside we have cord for your adapter and your adapter. This does come with a remote. Seems to be a pretty nice remote. This is the Sokani RC1 remote. This is going to take a couple AAA batteries. Some paperwork, another strap handle thingy, some padding. The light comes with some protection for this cover / reflector. Seems like with a lot of lights that have this same Bowens mount, when you get the reflector, a lot of times it's bent up, but this is nice and straight because it was packaged so well. There's no bends or anything. This is all symmetrical. Then you get the light. I like it. It's got some weight to it. It's got a built-in fan, and you got that big LED right there. It's got a nice handle. It's got your tab for the Bowens mount, and you got a few different adjustments. You can get this light from Amazon. There's a link in the description below. It comes with a handy remote. It comes with a case. It doesn't come with a light stand or anything, but it is the typical light stand mount. So if you have some light stands laying around, you can mount it up to pretty much any of those. One of my favorite parts about this light is that it is a Bowens mount, which means that you can put a lot of different reflectors and diffusers and soft boxes on this light. It gives you a lot of different options for light modification. It comes with a standard reflector, and Sokani does make a grid box that you can also purchase. This standard reflector is actually really nice. It's metal construction. It came and it wasn't bent. I've had lights in the past where you get the standard reflector, and when it comes in the mail, this thing's just all bent up because they're usually made out of aluminum and they crush pretty easy. But this was packaged real nice and there was no issues. As you can see, nice and round, and this thing does its job very well. It also comes with a power adapter. This light does have to be wired. You can't run this light with any kind of batteries. This is going to be more of a studio light for anybody doing any kind of studio work, or if you're doing car videos, you can plug this up in your garage. So to plug it in, you just plug it in like any other kind of adapter, and then you can turn it on. And the heart of the Sokani is going to be this super bright 80-watt LED light. The brightness is adjustable from 1% all the way up to 100. At 100%, this thing gets super bright. I know it's only rated for 80 watts, but this thing is blindingly bright at its brightest setting. At its lowest setting, it's a lot more manageable. It's something that won't fry your eyeballs, but you will want to put a reflector on this and kind of space it out a little bit. As you can see, it's a little harsh if you have it too close. This also has a built-in fan, which isn't very loud. It's not going to get into your videos or anything. You can barely hear the fan when it's running. If you can hear it over my voice through the lav, that'll actually be pretty surprising. It's nice and quiet. It keeps the light cool. Even at its brightest setting, this thing should never overheat because it is vented and it also has that fan. You really don't want your LEDs to overheat and break, and then you won't have any LED light anymore. Overall, this light is pretty lightweight. It's not very heavy at all. It's a really nice construction. It's a really hard kind of plastic. I actually thought it was aluminum at first, but I think it's plastic. It's kind of hard to tell because it feels so solid. You can make angle adjustments through this knob right here, and then that has a nice ratchet type construction. So that'll be nice and solid if you have any kind of heavy softbox or light diffuser on this light. With that nice ratchet style mount right there, this thing should never really fall on you, no matter how heavy the softbox is. Also with the mount, you can mount it through the bottom of the hole, or you can go through the side, so it'll give you further angle adjustments. Like if you want this thing to shine face down, you can go ahead and point it this way. Like if you're doing macro photography or videography, or product videography or photography, it's nice and handy for that. So my reason for getting this light is because I really need a good key light. I want something that I can mount a nice softbox on, or a grid, and just have that light over top of me and give me that Rembrandt effect. Right now I have a couple panel lights that I use for a bunch of my videos, and I really want that nice like soft like studio look. So with the Sokani, I'm gonna get that look. I'm gonna buy a nice softbox. You can find a bunch of different softboxes on Amazon. Sokani actually makes a couple different light modifiers, so also check those out. So if you're not familiar with the Bowens mount, basically it's 3 pegs on your light modifier, and then that slides into the light. Just push it in and rotate, and then this clip kind of locks it all in.
and then your light modifier is stuck on your light. And like I said, you can do grids and softboxes and pretty much anything you can imagine. Pretty much any kind of light modifier that you can imagine, you can get with a Bones mount, and that seems to be the most common mount. So the Sokani also comes with the remote control, which is really handy. You can go through the effects modes with this. You can also affect the brightness of the light. It's a nice added touch for the whole package. And on top of all that, it also comes with a really nice carrying case. If you're like me and you do any kind of traveling with your lighting equipment, you're gonna want some sort of case for your lights. You really don't want them rolling around in your trunk and getting bashed up. So it's a nice touch that it comes with this nice carrying case. It comes with straps. It's pretty solid. It's not gonna be as solid as a Pelican or anything, but Pelicans are heavy. So this thing's gonna protect your light pretty well if you wanna travel and take your light to a shoot. So overall, this light package is a really great value, and I really highly recommend it. So the color temperature of this light is 5600 Kelvin, which is basically daylight balanced. The color rating is really accurate on this. It has a 96 plus CRI rating, which I really don't know too much about, but apparently that means that it's very accurate, and 5600 Kelvin is pretty much the standard. It's a nice neutral light. It's not gonna be too warm, it's not gonna be too cool, and pretty much every light that I have, I set at 5600 Kelvin. So this balances really well with pretty much every other light that I have, and it's going to be easy to set the white balance on all your videos and photography with this light. This also has 5 pre-programmed built-in effects. It gives you kind of a strobe effect. It's something that you might not use all the time, but it's kind of handy to have it just in case you do want a strobe effect. And you can change the frequency and the brightness of all those effects independently, which is also a really nice feature. So if you're looking for a really high quality light that isn't super heavy and isn't going to be super expensive, I really recommend the Sokani X60. This is an awesome light. This is going to be my main key light from now on, and it's a really awesome package. Thank you, Sokani, for making a really awesome product. I really appreciate this thing. I'm really looking forward to using this on a lot of my videos from now on, and I'm going to get myself a nice softbox or a nice grid, and that's going to give me the nice like studio look that I've been wanting for a long time. So that's it for the video. Please like and please subscribe and all that stuff. I really appreciate you watching, and have a fantastic day.